Hello and welcome to Snowbiz 24/7. Small screen, big host, worldwide audience. Yes, over 6 feet of snow has hit your internet experience. I'm a little hot and sweaty right now because I'm at the top of Runyon Canyon in Los Angeles, California. The theme for today's program is, what is quintessential LA? And to help answer that question, I'm going to introduce you to my hiking companions and we're going to ask them. Hi guys.
Hey everyone.
That's Fabrice. Hi Fabrice.
Hi.
That's Matt.
Hey.
And this is Richard.
Hello.
Okay, so Matt, let me start with you. You kind of grew up in Southern California,
Yeah.
but then you moved away to San Diego, and you've traveled all over the world. So, from your point of view, what is quintessential LA?
Well, from where we're standing, this is like the center of where everyone starts in LA. This is Hollywood right in front of us. Griffith Park Observatory on one side, the Hollywood sign, and downtown. So, from this vantage point, you really get the heart of LA, and from everything else that moves out, all those millions of people that enjoy it with us.
I should zoom in on the Hollywood sign since you mentioned it. It's way over there. Okay.
Observatories on the right of it.
Yes, there's the observatory is over there. So, Richard, you live in Miami, but you've only been in Miami for a brief period of time. Where were you before that?
Before that, I was in Washington, D.C.
And what was your stereotypical view of LA before you actually lived here?
Well, growing up in the Northeast, our view of LA is very much, full of superficial, very arrogant, closed people. But once you come here and spend a lot of time here, you realize that that's actually not the case.
What is the case?
The case is a lot of different people, a very eclectic, a potpourri, if you will, of people who you can really get out there and meet from all walks of life. It's really exciting. It's a very dynamic city.
Now, Miami also has stereotypes and realities. You've been living in Miami. What stereotypes have been blown out of the water? What has been reinforced? What has surprised you about Miami?
Miami also has the reputation of being really superficial, but as a lot of people say, it's the capital of Latin America, so there's so much culture in Miami, so much art, so much theater, and so much different foods from all over the Americas, that it's really a place where a lot of people are moving and migrating, and you can get a lot done and see a lot.
Okay, now back to Fabrice. Fabrice, you grew up in France.
Oui.
Oui. So you had one impression of the U.S. before you visit here, and then you came to visit. So
Oui.
You got to speak English.
Je ne parle pas anglais.
All right. So how did your expectations differ from thinking about what the U.S. was, what L.A. was, and then actually coming here?
Well, actually, the first time I came here, I was 16, and I visited Los Angeles, and I didn't like Los Angeles. I thought it was really spread out, and in comparison to San Francisco or New York, there was no real heart. I moved here 10 years ago, and there is a heart. You just need to find it. It's in the heart of West Hollywood. It's in the middle of Hollywood. It's the communities in Santa Monica. So I like it. I like Los Angeles now that I live here.
Now,
it's really great.
Among the four of us in this little mini-sode, you are most directly engaged with people who are working full-time in entertainment. You're a senior VP of an entertainment company. What do you think some of the stereotypes are of people who work in show business versus who they really are?
Oh, I think people that work in show business work really hard. I don't think that's appreciated by people outside of it. I think we see actors and producers as diva that make a lot of money and have all this time on their hands, but that's mostly not the case.
All right, as I move through to each of you again, what I want to know is what is one or two of your don't misses? Like we're in Runyon Canyon. This is a great hike.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you would suggest don't miss if someone's going to come and visit LA?
Definitely Venice. Venice is something you have to visit. Larchmont is kind of cool, and then go downtown and explore. Downtown also is getting a revival.
Okay. Do you like the subway? Do you ever ride it?
I don't. I have a strict policy. After I moved, I left Europe and grew up in the subway, never to return.
Okay. I might step back and touch with you for a second. So, Matt, what about you? What's a don't miss for people coming to LA?
West Hollywood.
And you've, of course, been living in or near West Hollywood for a long time.
Yeah.
How has West Hollywood changed? How has it stayed the same?
No, it's the focus. It's the center of gay life here in all of it, Southern California, not just LA.
Now, I keep hearing that Palm Springs, excuse me, been living in Palm Springs recently. I keep hearing that West Hollywood is less and less gay every day. Is that true?
No, it's fine. It just, it's become, that's what we ask for. We ask to be part of society, and it starts to happen more and more. So as that happens, we become there's always a small fringe that kind of wishes things were the way they used to be.
And Matt, Fabrice, you had a comment?
Yeah, I think you're hearing that because of the patrons of the Abbey. Abbey has gone a little more metrosexual and mainstream, and so people are complaining about that. That's what you're hearing. But it's about this one bar. It's not a reflection of all of West Hollywood.
Have you been to the all-new Mickey's?
Yes.
How is it?
It's fun. You like
cool.
it. It's like the old Mickey's, just brand new.
I like Michael Niemeyer a lot. He's one of the owners. Did you have anything else to add about L.A. in general?
No, and just don't forget to see San Pedro and the wonderful fish market down there.
Okay. Now you've traveled. One of your expertises is to help generate tourism to key hotspots, especially targeting the gay and lesbian community. And I'm wondering, when you meet all these people in these exciting destinations, do they talk to you about LA and wanting to come here? And
Oh yeah. A lot of people don't like LA because they think it's too big and it's too impersonal, and if they don't know anybody and they just kind of like show up and don't know where to go, they feel sometimes it takes a little while to feel like on the inside.
Okay.
It can be a tough town.
Okay.
And but if they know the right people, as far as if they make a few friends, and sometimes from that point forward, the doors open wide for them.
Sure. And what about you, Richard? What do you think your friends who've not been to LA would want to see or should see if they come here?
I actually think LA has really good museums and theater and art and that kind of thing. So definitely tap into those areas of the city. And I personally really like Santa Monica, the pedestrian mall and the beach and that kind of thing. So I check that out as well.
So since our audience is purely online, what are a couple of your favorite websites? They don't have to be LA specific, and why?
I think my favorite website is insiderouttravel.com. It's a great GLBT travel blog with articles from around the world that I think that they should definitely check out if they want to know just basically what's happening around the world, nightlife, food, all those kinds of things.
Would you say that again, the URL?
Insiderouttravel.com.
Okay, and Matt, I know you have 5 million websites you're fans of, but really, what are a couple that you would recommend?
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Okay.
It's just that's just it. It depends on what everyone's looking for.
All right. So get some expertise about how someone should search the internet for something they're looking for.
All we have to do is either start with our little favorite with Google, or of course, listen to what our friends have to say as we follow them along on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay. And Fabrice, do you have a couple favorite websites you want to recommend?
I want everyone to keep an eye out for the new upandcomingout.com.
Okay.
That'll be redesigned probably in about 60 days.
Okay.
And also you should try Bing, the new search engine.
Okay. And all of us have a favorite, and I think I'll tell our audience you have to go to www.gaywired.com. Thank you guys, thank you boys for talking to us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, and I'm going to leave you with another About Sunset panorama of LA. Remember, you can catch all of my episodes at snowbiz247.com, and I'll see you again in another exotic locale.